what's up guys? Welcome back to Mountain Movement. Glad for you to join me. I'm back again. They keep popping me into these videos and I love it. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to go through. I want to show you guys a couple new things in the shop. We got some NX derailleurs. Boom, we got 3 of them. I only got 3. I didn't know, how well they'd move. If you're in town, come in, check out the shop and grab it. They're super good. People are like, what's the difference between NX and GX? I feel like every year they release a new cassette, and I feel like all that technology in the previous cassette just goes down one. So I feel like NX and GX cassettes are really good. If you get into a conversation with derailleurs, GX versus NX derailleurs, I think you could probably be in a better situation if you go GX. But honestly, I think NX cassettes are really good, and that's not just because that's what we have in. It's just really because that's my opinion. And also, we got today a RockShox high pressure shock pump. We only got 1 in. But today we're gonna talk about common mistakes that you can make while working on your bike yourself. Mistakes can happen, and I wanted to point out some of the mistakes we've made in here, and then also some comments, some mistakes that I've seen before, so you can avoid them and potentially be like, oh, I made that mistake too, and we can laugh about it because it's just a mistake. We're here to mess around, we're here to have fun, and we're here to just shoot out content to you guys so that we can kind of build a community for mountain bikers. So the first thing, Michaela, can you get a full shot of the bike? Okay, pause it right now, well, after what I say, and if you can point out the first mistake on my bike, I will like it and I will give you a shout out next time. If you can point out what is the mistake on the bike right here, mark the location of the time so I'll know, just let us know. But now I'm going to tell you, the front tire is actually on backwards. I'm trying different tires. I got off the Michelin Enduros, a racer that I know. He wanted to try those out, and I was like, dude, why not? They're kind of freshly on, but yeah, you can definitely try out my tires. And he actually podiumed 3rd place. So there you go. And I was like, man, no sweat, I want to try something different, so let's put something different on. And just in a hurry, I put a WTB Verdict Wet. I don't know why, because it was very dry when I rode last. And I actually put it on backwards and I rode it like that. Yeah, that's the first common mistake. The next one that I want to go through is leaving, especially your Fox transfer post, down. I see this so many times. I see people come in the shop, they'll sit on it, put the dropper down, and then they'll leave it like this. This is actually really bad for it. You always want to leave it up because this is inside a mechanism, and any dropper, you don't want to do this. But on the Fox transfers, if there's any moisture in here, the mechanicals inside the Fox transfer will actually erode, and it'll be very slow to come up, and you got to get them serviced. And Will at Trail Labs, he's great, check him out. I think he actually has a YouTube video. He's told me that it takes a long time to service them, and so it might be kind of a hefty bill. I'm not too sure. I don't service these ourselves in our shops. Try to avoid that. Don't leave them down, shoot them up, because moisture can get in there. Any dirt from your previous ride, because I've lacked on cleaning my bike, could get in there, and it can really mess a lot of things up. The third thing, bleed ports, and then just stripping bolts in general. I kind of have a weird brake setup. Like the Shimano SLX brakes, if you know what I'm talking about. You put it in and you just, start turning it and it doesn't fit right, or you're turning it the wrong way, and then you just hear it, and then you strip your bolts. I've seen so many of these brakes stripped. A good example. This isn't like what I was talking about with the Shimano brakes, but like these right here, I've seen so many of these stripped. I've even had to get one out for a client, and it was extremely hard. I actually had to JB weld a little metal piece, and then I just screwed it out. Also, a few honorable mentions. Taking off your back wheel and please ignore my dirty bike, it's disgusting. Taking off your back wheel without your derailleur all the way down. not that big of a mistake, but it kind of goes for a large nuisance, especially if you have a large brake rotor. Like I will do it here. Kind of, yeah, that's a big one. Another one that I've seen is not taking off your brake pads when you wash it. You could contaminate it if you mess something like that up. Another one I've seen is not putting a towel over your brakes so that bleeding fluid can literally go from this hose all the way down into your brake pad, and that can also contaminate it. I've seen a few people handle rotors just with their fingertips, even brake pads with their fingertips. I've seen people go months and months and months without servicing their suspension and rechanging their seals. That's a common mistake that you really want to avoid. I've seen people not tighten their bolts so that this is loose right here, your headset, and so that can move actually around the carbon, and once it moves around enough, cause damage to your frame. Never good. You definitely don't want that to happen. A big one that I'd say is the linkage bolts. People don't routinely check their linkage bolts. Those things comes loose. You're riding on a trail, things are rattling around, you're never going to be on a smooth surface. Things are going to come loose over time, and you just need to crank those down before you do that. On cranks, there's a crank dust cover that a lot of people will lose. A lot of people don't realize that needs to be torqued down. And I really think that's a good, kind of, I don't know, 12. Until next time, guys, have a good one. It's always fun to talk to you, give you hopefully a little bit of knowledge, have a little bit of fun. We tried to throw in, just content out for our viewers, and hopefully they enjoy. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.